And first up, we get you details of the NIA team that is all set to visit Gulmarg. This after the attack where non-locals were targeted. 7 civilians who were killed by terrorists. In fact, currently camping in the valley, the NIA is conducting a parallel investigation into the Ganderbal terror attack case, focusing on gathering evidence and assessing the situation following that tragic incident.
Good afternoon, sir. Gursimran, this side from Republic TV. My question pertains to the south of Pir Panjal, the area that has been peaceful for a longer period of time. We have seen that in the recent past, there have been series of terror activities that are taking place, be it in Rajouri, Poonch, Doda, Kathua, these regions. How Indian Army is prepared to this rise in the terror activities in this region and also in Jammu and Kashmir? Sir.
Okay, I think that's a very topical question. Know that this region, which has got starting from Kathua, Samba, then the districts of Rajouri, Poonch, and if you look at the hinterland, say Udhampur, Riyasi, also what we know as Doda, Kishtwar and Bhadrwah region, it's been largely peaceful for say maybe more than a decade and a half. It has got the challenge of both the international border as also line of control, roughly say about 210 kilometers of international border and about equal amount in the neighboring command. Now, what actually has happened over the last 5 years in the Jammu and Kashmir is a large number of terrorists, almost 720 have been neutralized. And the residual terrorists today, the agencies, the multi-agency center keeps updating the figures, stand something like 120, 130. Now, also the recruitment figures are in single digits, if you look at it on a year-on-year basis. And the adversary, therefore, finds that his narrative and the terrorism that is nurturing is on an extremely steady decline. Some years it drops substantially. So there is a push to push the terrorists in. We have had successes at the line of control in Rajouri district, also in Baramulla and Kupwara in the last few weeks. You would have learned from both what we put out in the media and also from the news itself. The aim appears to be to, like all terrorism is, to intimidate the populace, disrupt the peace and development in the area, the normal democracy processes that are there. But I must assure you the situation is under control. Our strategy is to get accurate information firstly, intelligence, all-weather surveillance on the line of control, including a host of technological infusion. Some of it you will get to see, which are displayed outside. Dynamic multi-tier counter-infiltration grid, and also dynamic deployment in the hinterland in synergy with various stakeholders. We have inducted additional forces, as like you mentioned, once the situation started getting into higher levels of violence, they have been trained, and we are confident that we will handle this situation.
Cutting across to Gursimran and Arawat, who are joining us live on the broadcast. Gursimran, first to you. Details on the NIA team to visit Gulmarg and also how the army is strategizing on dealing with such terror attacks in the future.
So, Aisha, first, the National Investigation Agency team that you have mentioned, yes, NIA is slated to visit the operation site anytime since it's afternoon already. Anytime from now, they can visit this spot, though it will be a small team of the NIA that will go and will have general idea that how it all has happened. Since the NIA has not been handed over the case, they will not be taking any of the forensic samples, but they will be having a look at under what circumstances this attack has been carried out. Second question that you have mentioned is that how Indian Army is preparing to tackle this situation. As we asked the Northern Army Commander Lieutenant General M.V. Suchendra Kumar regarding the Army's preparedness to tackle the heightened terror activities in the Jammu and Kashmir. He said that specialized forces, additional forces have been brought in that are trained to tackle such situation, and these forces have brought in as the violence levels have gone up, and these forces are prepared enough to tackle this kind of a situation, and the Army is hopeful that these forces will be able to bring down this circle of violence that is going up with each passing day. So it is very clear that the specialized forces are being brought in Jammu and Kashmir by the Indian Army so as to tackle the situation that is arising out, because the Northern Army Commander has also mentioned that what the Pakistan is rattled off, that the people of the Jammu and Kashmir have gone to democracy. The people and the adversary knows that they have no takers of their ideology and the terrorism acts, because the recruitment in the terror ranks have come down to a single digit. That means no one from Jammu and Kashmir is joining the terror ranks. The Pakistan, which used to add fuel to the fire by recruiting the youth of Jammu and Kashmir into the terror ranks, that has completely failed, and that's why these terrorists are getting help from across the border. They are getting the help from across the border, not only in sense that they are being pushed terrorists into the Indian territory, but also the weapons, the narcotics, the money, what all is everything possible is being sent from across the border so as to destabilize Jammu and Kashmir. But the forces on ground are alert enough to thwart any attempt of the Pakistan.
Right. I'd also like to bring in Arawat, since you've been tracking details of how the army has been working on the ground after the terror attack, to understand non-locals who are on the radar and to really get to the core of this problem, to understand where the terrorists are coming from, intel inputs that have been received so far, the security apparatus, and with the NIA investigating particular inputs and evidences with regards to that attack. How is it all working together?
Yeah, absolutely, Swesha. As we have seen that the operation is still going on, as we can show you the visuals of the ongoing operation. You can see here in the visuals, this is a checkpoint that was established by the Special Operation Group of the Jammu and Kashmir Police, and we have also seen that the sources in the official, they have told us that the National Investigation Agency may took this operation to hand over officially, and also they will investigate this complete scenario. Also, we have seen in the recently that in the Gagangir attack, we have seen that the site was handed over to the National Investigation Agency, and they were investigating the whole matter, what has happened on that attack. They same anytime from now we are expected that the National Investigation Team may also visit here at here at Buttapatri area where the operation is underway. Also, we have been told by the sources in the official that the Jaish-e-Mohammed backed terror group is involved in this terror attack, and we have also seen that security has been beefed up from the Gulmarg to the tourist destination spots and other line of control areas, particularly if we talk about the North Kashmir, because Buttapatri is very close to Uri sector. That's why the security has been tightened across the North Kashmir borders. There is possibility that still there is a possibility that terrorists will try to strike some other places. Also, we have seen the security have been out. Yes.
All right, Arawat and Gursimran, many thanks for getting us those details. Let's also now listen into what former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir and JKNC Chief Farooq Abdullah has said about the terror attack, as he's also gone on to state that we know where the terrorists are coming from. That statement.